In a world where there ain't nothing to laugh about, they're two special idiots now. Hear me out. Chuck's laugh is frightening. Brad's anus is tightening. Brad's got a lot of thoughts to give. Chuck's toxically positive. They're here to laugh and joke with a few little jabs and pokes. Escape from your terrible life. You're a loser and an asshole and you're filled with strife. Funbearable. They're just trying to make you smile. Funbearable. Even though you're pathetic and you're ugly and vile, they're just trying to bring some joy to your day. Even though your family wishes you would go away. Funbearable. 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 They're terrible. They're fucking terrible.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Funbearable. I'm Brad Rohr.
And I'm Chuck. This isn't really an episode. Stay in.
It's kind of an episode.
It's
Brad.
sort of an episode.
Yes.
So basically,
That's what people say about most of our episodes.
it's kind of an episode. So every year we do this continuing story of Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul.
Yes.
Wow. And so what we like to do before the main episode, the brand new episode comes out, which is happening tomorrow, we like to put up the older chapters of
Yes.
Gibby. This is the 4th year that we're doing it. So
It's the equivalent of, a new Star Wars is out, so a theater is playing all the Star Wars movies in a
leading up to
row
it.
before it. Yeah.
It's almost identical.
Yeah.
It's well.
I would
first of
say
all,
say we're better than episode 9.
not only that, same running time.
Yes.
So today this is going to be Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul Chapter 1,
Written mostly by Chuck.
written mostly by me. That Chapter 2,
Written mostly by Ray.
our old buddy Ray.
And chapter 3, written by me.
written by Brad. And tomorrow, the new one's written by me, and I'm very excited for it. But today we wanted to give you a quick refresher. And before we get into that, if you can, we have a new donation Patreon.
Yes.
It's just to support the show. It's patreon.com/funbearablepod, and it's $2.50 to sign up.
Right.
Like I said, it's really just for more donations. However, we are putting on the back catalog.
Yep. Cadillac.
The Cadillac catalog. That's what they call us because it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so high quality. The back catalog of the Chuck and Brad podcast, which is the podcast that led up to Funbearable.
Yes.
It is not available anywhere else. There are already 386 episodes up.
That's
so
a
you
lot.
have a lot to dig through if you like.
Yep.
And every Monday we'll be putting up the next episode in the back catalog. So it will be a lot of fun. We're going to try to do a Zoom hang once a month with a bunch of our listeners and talk to them. We might put up some exclusive stuff yet to be seen. And if the Patreon gets really big, who knows what it'll turn into.
I'm going to start a series called Chuck's Bathroom Pranks, where I prank Chuck in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to do a different thing. Toilet, sink, shower, back to toilet, sink. That's all there is in the bathroom. But yeah, sign up for it if you like. If you want to support the show, if you get a lot out of it, it's really helpful. It starts again at $2.50, patreon.com/funbearablepod. But here is, from 2022?
Yes.
2022, Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul, Chapter 1.
No, don't read ahead. Don't read ahead.
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
It's,
Also, Brad printed this, and he chose to do it on both sides.
Double-sided?
I
I never would have chose that.
I was using Staten's Landscaping Resources, and I care about local businesses.
That is fair. That is fair. I would like to just say I will do this in the spirit of giving thanks.
Yep.
Right.
I'm thankful for this podcast.
Me too.
I'm thankful for
you.
I'm thankful for the other 2/3 of the podcast.
Right.
I'm thankful for our friendship, kinship, and professional working relations.
Thank you
how
for
I
saying
feel.
that before we start.
this is- I also-
because
Oh, I know.
when we're done,
Yeah.
I would love
And hold on, I'm also thankful
for the listeners.
for you, not you, you. Yes,
I
you.
would like a confirmation from you in the spirit of Thanksgiving that this will become our every year Thanksgiving thing forever and ever.
It just seems like we should get through it first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for Ray's forgiveness, like his forgiving attitude.
It's not called Forgivesgiving.
Oh boy!
Now I'm gonna. Can I say this? We do this kind of stuff once in a while on the podcast. We've done pitch
We
doctors.
just
together.
did it for Halloween.
We did. Yeah, we do stuff like
Yeah,
this.
and we're probably going to do it for Christmas.
But I will say this.
a lot of scripted.
And Brad can speak to this. I think that the ideas here and how we did it, it's like suspiciously high quality.
It surprised me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have a ghostwriter?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
We had a ghoul writer.
Why does this say Michael Shea on the top?
But
So
in this, Ray is going to play Ray. I'm going to play Chuck. Brad is going to play Brad. And Brad's also going to serve as the narrator.
Right.
And you should probably voice.
you had to narrate a lot already.
Right.
For the Halloween
there's
one.
not a ton of Brad lines in this.
Oh, okay.
So-
All
It's
right.
this is mostly a story.
That's that lesser known song.
I'll say this.
There was
Brad.
blurred lines and then there's Brad lines.
Yeah, that was my Weird Al version.
It's you dancing in front of a white wall.
Yeah.
I'll say
No
this.
women.
This
Only
story-
child.
A lot of blurs.
Yeah.
This story, I want to make it clear, this did not happen. This is fiction, but it is a good representation of our relationship and how much we love each other.
Oh, so like Gibby's like very demanding of attention. A lot of
No,
that
you're
kind of stuff.
in this too. You're not Gibby.
All right, here we go.
Are you ready?
So is Thanksgiving about ruining friendships?
This is Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul, the very first Thanksgiving mascot, created by Funbearable, copyright Ray Harrington. I love it. Chapter 1 is here.
Do we have like little toy piano dinky dink music
no
to kind of lead us in?
Maybe I would love it. Whoever's editing this, Kyle, Craig.
You know what? I always have to get the music. I'm gonna be the guy being like, "Where's that little toy piano song that really fits Gibby?"
Yeah. You know what? If you want to come up with a motif for Gibby, that'd be killer.
All right.
I mean, okay.
Just the Dark Knight.
So we're gonna have fun. This is Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul, and if you need to pause
what you gib that defines you.
if you need to pause this
Ghoul.
to comment on it,
Yeah.
that's totally okay.
All right.
This is a long
How do I
one.
eject it?
This is a long one.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a good one. I think the fans of the Funbearable, after this episode comes
There'll
out,
be less of them.
they're gonna say that's my favorite episode of Funbearable.
If that, oh god,
But you don't know about this yet.
I don't.
I
But
think
I
it's
know
possible.
what Gibby was.
Yeah.
No, you don't. What do you think about Gib?
This is Gib 2.0, I guess.
No, it's not similar. I will say this: Gibby the Thanksgiving Goblin.
They're totally
They're
different.
not similar. Gibby didn't even talk.
Okay.
All right.
Gibby.
Here we
Brand
go.
new Thanksgiving mascot, Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul, Chapter 1. Here we are.
It's Monday, November 14th, a brisk fall afternoon in Rhode Island. The trio, Chuck, Ray, and Brad, are walking through the streets of an idyllic New England town, Chuck's hometown of Warren. Brad is drinking his favorite seasonal drink, water from a reusable bottle. Chuck is drinking a coffee from a local retailer, and Ray is drinking corporate coffee in a styrofoam cup.
I'm the only one that makes my own goddamn coffee.
One might wonder, what's the difference between Starbucks and Walmart in terms of damaging local businesses? The answer is there is none, and Ray is well aware. Ray happily sips his brew and smiles, thinking of all the shuttered coffee shops around the country.
Cooper's Cask Coffee is a local Rhode Island coffee roaster that makes amazing coffee beans. I teamed up with them for Ray Harrington Must content because I believe in supporting a local coffee business.
We have to-
Cooper's CaskCoffeeCo.com.
We have to keep going.
He is happy to contribute his hard-earned money to multi-billion-dollar companies. He snickers thinking about former coffee shop owners starving and dying in the streets. Anyway, Thanksgiving is almost here. Orange, yellow, brown, and red leaves fall from the picturesque trees. Chuck, Brad, and Ray crunch their way through a perfect autumn afternoon. They just ate lunch.
Wow, this is so nice. That lunch at Water Dog was incredible. My mouth is full of flavors.
Yeah, Water Dog is great, and a relatively new restaurant here on the scene in my hometown of Warren, Rhode Island. I love it here. Brad lives here too.
I do. Brad did not express much enthusiasm. Not for the leaves, not for the stroll, and not for the season.
Thank God my taste and smell are back. COVID was rough.
Oh yeah, what happened?
I did a gig at the very real local venue called the Whites of Westport, one of my favorite places to perform. I have performed there. It's not one of my favorite places.
I love the name, the Whites of Westport.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. I have a stand-up bit, or not bit, but like a little riffy moment that happened. That's going to come out on social media about the Whites of Westport.
Good.
You got to keep everything together, dynamic stuff like that. It was a rough couple of weeks. I'm okay, but I could barely function for a while. Today is my first day out of the house. Thanks for that care package, Chuck. I can't believe you sent me the game Dying Light 2.
Did you play it immediately and enjoy it?
I did. It was the best game I ever played. You're a genius.
Chuck humbly waved him off. Chuck didn't need these type of compliments.
He wrote.
He was totally secure in who he was and didn't rely on compliments or attention or sex to make him feel okay about himself. Isn't it so fun to imagine how things could be when you're creating fiction?
There we go. Yeah. So, Chuck, what's that coffee you have there?
This is a pumpkin vanilla iced latte from the Coffee Depot on Main Street. Take a sip, Ray.
Ray takes a gluttonous chug. Gluttonous Chug was his nickname in college, and now we know why.
Wow.
Following his decadent slurp, Ray wipes his wet, dirty mouth with his sleeve, something his wife has urged him to stop doing. He feels a sneeze coming on, so he opens his shirt and sneezes all over his tits.
That was delectable. How many locations does Coffee Depot have? This is going against my Coffee Depot have worldwide.
Just one, Ray. The Coffee Depot is an independent business run by the local townsfolk. A wonderful, one-of-a-kind, blissful oasis of caffeinated heaven. And I, just to say this, I wrote the ending of this at Coffee Depot today.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Ray farts, and it's a bad one. He starts to remove his pants and leave them in a bush. He
For a
doesn't even
fart?
acknowledge what has just happened, almost like it's a consistent occurrence for Ray. Chuck and Brad are shocked, but don't want to embarrass their towering friend. He takes off his red backpack and takes out a plastic bag labeled Emergency Pants, Monday, Nighttime, and slips them on. A local business owner sticks their head out their window. Hey, Chuck, looking great in that rad jean jacket.
Thank you. Ray also thinks it's rad. It's on record.
Another local business owner is cooling pies on a windowsill. Hey, Chuck, it's a great day to see you. A great man.
Those pies smell wonderful.
As the trio walks down the street, more and more business owners greet Chuck and rain down compliments. It's not unlike the opening scene in Beauty and the Beast. Chuck attempts to speak French, but isn't perfect.
Voulez-vous, Francois?
Yeah, it wasn't perfect. That was good. Yeah. Wow, you're so cultured, and this is incredible. I can't believe you live in this perfect, classic New England town, and you're the king here.
No.
Chuck was humble. Some say too humble, since most indeed did see him as king of town. Especially the mayor and all the government officials, but not Chuck. It didn't even occur to him. Chuck continued down the street with his scepter and ruby-encrusted crown.
I'm just a regular guy, Ray, like you. I simply appreciate where I live and see all the wonderful things around me. We have a beautiful community here. Plus, it doesn't hurt that I write for Providence Monthly and the Bay Magazine.
What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, Ray, the Bay Magazine is the top culture magazine in this area of Rhode Island. Chuck reviews all the new restaurants here. After doing the Chuck and Brad podcast, he was asked to write for Motif Magazine, then Providence Monthly, and now the Bay. You've heard of failing upward, right, Ray?
Hey, that's my favorite kind of failing. Yeah, I get to review the restaurants, and it really connects me to the community. I just appreciate good people, good food, and being merry.
Ray,
This is like a resume meets creative writing.
Wait.
Ray looks hurt.
Wow. I wish I could do something cool like that.
You can do anything you put your mind to, Ray.
Ray concentrates hard, then pulls out his waistband and looks down the front of his pants. He frowns, then sighs.
Nope, just more poops.
I'm so excited that Thanksgiving is coming up. Did you know that this was once all native land, Ray? And even though they didn't always get along, the Native Americans and the Pilgrims from England put aside their differences to come together for a magical Thanksgiving feast.
Ray rolled his eyes.
Yeah, I knew that. I went to grade school.
Wow.
That was great delivery, Ray.
You know, Ray, the Bay could use a smarty like you on the staff. I can put in a good word with my editor and get you a gig. Maybe you could become a food journalist in New England as well. Sure, I might lose some of my writing gigs to you, but I'm happy to provide for you and help you achieve your goals, even if I have to sacrifice a little for a friend.
Brad smiled at Chuck. Chuck was so thankful and giving. He loved to give thanks, and he loved to thank people for gifts. Just thanking and giving, giving and thanking over and over. Chuck really understood the meaning of the season.
Let me call my editor. Hello? Mrs. Massasoit? Can we hire my friend Ray as a new writer for the Bay? Interesting question. I'm not sure. Let me check.
Chuck whispers to Brad. Harrington.
Oh, okay. Ray Harrington. Great. Thanks. You're in, baby!
Wow, that's great.
Ray leapt in the air with joy. He jumped as hard and as high as he could. It was as high as he ever jumped in his entire life. So high, actually, that his feet almost completely left the ground. Brad smiled upon the two friends. He thought about how delightful it was to see two separate types of peoples come together. Ray was excited for his first assignment. He jumped in his Ford Nina and drove home. The crisp autumn air slowly grew cold as day turned to night. The turkeys in the distance howled. The turkeys in the trees chirped. And the turkeys in the walls ate their cheese and squealed as they got caught in turkey traps. Morning broke, and Ray immediately grabbed his phone. He had his wife Kalina unlock it with her secret passcode, because if she doesn't lock it, Ray will go on the dark web and order hookers and cocaine. Ray took the phone back. He quickly ordered a hooker and some cocaine, and then immediately checked his email.
Wow, my first writing gig.
Ray was sent to a new restaurant called Holland. It was right off Main Street in Warren. He went that night and ate a meal fit for a king, but fed to a Ray. Ray reveled in the spoils. Ray came to Chuck's house for help with the article. He parked his Ford Pinta in the driveway.
Wow, Chuck, writing this article is a little daunting. Can you help me? Any advice?
Sure, Ray. First note I have. You're holding your crayon upside down.
I knew that. It was on purpose. That's how I always hold them. They work better that way.
Ray slapped the entire box of crayons off the desk in a fit of rage. Then he set his own trapper keeper on fire. Chuck knew he was in for a long night, but he was happy to help out a fellow human being. Hours passed. We hear the hooting of a wise old turkey in a nearby tree. Several turkeys steal some discarded pizza from some toppled trash cans as they hiss at each other. A turkey flies by the moon. Ray was nearing the end of his article.
In conclusion, I like to munch and bite. The end. Wow, Chuck, we did it.
No, you did it, Ray. You wrote your first article. I just helped a little.
This is so demeaning. This is so demeaning. And we did the one for Brad, but like this feels more demeaning.
I don't think it is. By the way, you haven't even gotten to this.
All right.
I wrote the joke where he didn't know your last name, and I was like, "This is a good joke."
That is a good joke. I like it.
I think that's my contribution so far. Chuck and Ray walked to the door. Ray turned towards Chuck.
You know, Chuck, when I started this journey, I knew it would be fruitful. Coming to a new land, the land of journalism, is a long, hard sea of difficult ups and downs, as well as unforeseen obstacles. But now that I'm in this new land of journalism, it's so fortuitous to have a native guide who already thrives in this land of journalism. And the fact that you are welcoming me to your land of journalism really shows the type of person you are. Without a native guide like you in this new land of journalism, who knows? I might have starved or died from tuberculosis. That would have been like hundreds of years later. I figuratively, of course.
I know exactly what you mean. Just because I was already in this land doesn't mean I can't welcome new peoples to share my land. I'm happy to help you, Ray.
If this is historically accurate, I think I'm gonna hurt you. Oh, and Chuck, one last thing. I want to credit you in the article as helping me. I know your name is Chuck Staten, but what's your full name? Everyone knows that a true journalist can't be credited without his middle name.
Squanto. Chuck Squanto Staten.
Rolls off the tongue.
Ray and Chuck left each other, tired and hungry after so many ham-fisted metaphors. Chuck heated up some maize for dinner as Ray went home and crunched on hardtack. A few days later, Ray's article came out. Now, Chuck may have helped with the article, but Ray came up with the title all on his own. New Food Place is Tasty. Over the next few days,
Sound like that.
Ray was shocked at how much acclaim he was getting for his first ever journalistic endeavor. Ray called Brad enthusiastically that Wednesday morning.
Brad, are you listening to me? 7 likes and 3 comments. Sure, a few of them are my wife, my mom, my son, myself, and my other fake accounts, but holy turkeys, this is going so much better than expected. I feel like the king of this new world of journalism. It's mine for the taking.
Brad sadly hung up the phone. From how it sounded, Ray didn't sound thankful, nor was he giving. The lack of those 2 adjectives bothered Brad. Giving is more of a participle in this case, but I digest. Brad sighed slowly and walked into his basement. He didn't think it would come to this. Ray walked around his house with a large black cowboy hat he found in a dumpster.
Yee-haw! I'm the sheriff of this new land.
Ray had his own makeshift sheriff badge that he made from paper clips and a bottle cap. His lips and cheeks were covered in SpaghettiO sauce, and he smiled his signature captivating toothy grin, proud of his new article. Ray's head was larger than most. It was roughly the shape of a deflated beach ball. The cowboy hat only fit Ray because he had forced it on, which had caused it to tear, and the tear was getting worse. Ray grabbed one of those weird mop handles with a stuffed animal head on it, slapped his own ass, and jumped around his living room. The house shook uncontrollably. Turkeys around the neighborhood cowered in fear. At some point, Ray's violent head shaking and bouncing caused his black cowboy hat to tear in half completely, and it fell to the ground. Ray picked it up.
So you just do like a lazy fat joke?
Nope.
No fat joke.
The house shook
That's not
because
about
I was
that.
jumping around?
It would shake if we hadn't jumped around.
All right. Oh, piss.
He looked at the 2 halves of his hat and wondered what to do. Suddenly, an idea struck him. Ray quickly ripped off his belt and tied it around the black hat. His belt buckle fit nicely, front and center. He popped that baby back on his coconut and started hopping and bopping again, celebrating his win and frightening his family. Back in Warren, Chuck was making a new coat rack out of a buffalo jawbone.
And that's the last part. Phew, nothing wasted.
Chuck's phone beeped and squeaked. He had fashioned it out of a buffalo penis. Chuck touched the phone gently to his lips.
Hello? Yes, this is Chuck Squanto Staten. Wow. Really? Why, yes, I'd love to. I have to make sure I'm not filming that day in New York with my celebrity friends. It could be any of them. Mark Norman, Joe List, Kevin Smith, Mike Birbiglia, Drew Barrymore, Quinn from Practical Jokers. I'll have to check with all of them to make sure I can do it. But I have a request. If I can't review this new restaurant, can my friend Ray Harrington be my understudy? I know he's new and there's no such thing as an understudy for journalists, but I'd like to help him in this new world. The new world of writing. It's a metaphor.
Chuck hung up his phone and connected to his Bluetooth headset, which he had made out of buffalo testicles. He tenderly cupped them into his ears and called Ray.
Hello, Ray Harrington, king of the new land.
Hey Ray, this is Chuck. How are you feeling after your first article?
Chuck, I'm feeling great. You know, at first I was a little hesitant about being in this new space, but now I'm feeling very comfortable and like I deserve to be here.
I'm glad you're happy, Ray. Just wanted to let you know. I just got a call to review the hottest restaurant in town, Plymouth Rock.
Wow, that place is supposed to be amazing. I mean, a little smaller than I expected, but important nonetheless. Damn, I wish I was reviewing it.
Interesting you mentioned that. I actually told them that if for any reason I can't do the article, I want them to get you to do it. I want the best for you, and I want you to thrive in this new journey. But for now, I gotta go.
Chuck hung up his phone and plugged in his phone charger, which was made from a buffalo clitoris. Ray lowered the phone to his side.
I'm amazed you found it to carve it.
That's the least realistic part of this story.
He asked somebody else. No, I knew. Damn. I want to go to Plymouth Rock. I don't care if Chuck has been in this world first, or if he's already learned how to thrive here, or if he's helped me. I deserve that article, not Chuck. I'm me, Ray. I'm so much more civilized than Chuck. His beliefs and principles are archaic to me. He dresses so differently than me. He has different ways of living, and he wears those weird cloth shoes. What are they called? Oh, yeah, high tops?
Ray paced around his office. He played with his blocks for a little. He had his bottle and a nap. But he was still mad that he wasn't the one getting to do this new article.
Man, I'm Chuck's writing understudy, but that means nothing if Chuck is physically able to write the article. I wish Chuck was out of commission. Then this new land would be mine for the taking. The land of local Rhode Island journalism, I mean. I'd be perfect. It would be perfect if he had the plague, or rubella, or...
Ray's eyes widened. He smiled that evil, toothy grin of his.
Or COVID.
Ray skittered outside and peeked in his trash can.
Perfect. Kalina hasn't taken out the trash yet this week.
Ray grabbed a nearby broom from when Kalina last swept.
What the heck is this thing? No matter, I can use this to get the COVID blanket without recontaminating myself. This is not how COVID works. This is not how
Be careful. Be careful out there.
Do your research.
We're just asking questions. Ray futilely tried to get the blanket from a few feet away, but couldn't quite fish it out.
Piss. I'll have to use... Now that's the tradition I can get behind. The fact that we use piss all the time, delightful. That should be our thing, right?
Yeah, for
piss.
sure. We're adding it.
Piss. I'll have to use something else.
Ray scampered back inside and spotted a vacuum from when Kalina last fed Ray his morning Cheerios.
on the reverse setting, right? Perfect. My sex robot will help me again.
Ray grabbed the vacuum and turned it on. He used the hose to suck the COVID blanket into the vacuum.
Yes, score. Now I just have to get this blanket to Chuck, and Plymouth Rock will be mine in no time.
A being hovered by a nearby mailbox, watching Ray's every move. The next day, Ray drove his Ford Santa Maria to Chuck's house and dashed inside.
Hey, buddy. You know how you like gifts?
I love giving gifts. Yes, it's a way of my people.
But receiving them is pretty cool, right?
I don't know. Seeing the joy in a friend's eyes is a true blessing in me soul.
Wow, you're so wrong. Getting gifts is way better. The way I look at it, if someone gets me a gift, they get the gift of giving me a gift. Then they get to tell people, I gave Ray Harrington a gift. And that is its own gift.
A shadowy figure looked in through the window at Ray and Ray's ruse, disappointed.
Anyway, I got you a thing. You know how you're always saying how cold you are?
Ray puts on a gas mask and takes a package out of a hermetically sealed case. Using 6-foot-long tongs, he passes the gift to Chuck before taking off the gas mask so he doesn't have to do an allegedly funny gas mask voice and say, Luke, I am your father.
I got you this blanket with a picture of your favorite celebrity on it. You! It's your own face on the blanket. 5 feet by 7 feet with your gap tooth included, which takes up roughly 2.5 feet. The guy at the blanket store told me it's their #1 seller.
Wow, thank you. The only time I see my head this big is when I look in the mirror.
Chuck giggles. He's self-deprecating and likes to poke fun at himself. This shows that he truly is a good guy. He doesn't even realize how amazing he is.
It's scratch and sniff too, buddy. So, make sure you take a big whiff of the fabric. Just get your nose down deep and sniff whatever's there. Anything and everything. Just take it all in.
That's weird. It smells like germs, but it also kind of smells like a hoax.
No hoax here. Just a warm, fuzzy blanket to keep you ready for your big review tomorrow.
I can't wait. By the way, just want to let you know, it is going to snow tomorrow, so if I can't go to the restaurant, make sure you're prepared to get there through the snow.
Shut up, you dumb twat. Go cuddle your infected blanket. Give me a call tomorrow when you're nearly dead.
Wait, what was that, old friend?
I said, nut up, you kumquat. Befuddle an insect and spank it. Give me a call tomorrow about your yearly bread.
Oh, well, I am making my famous pumpkin seed loaf in the morning, and I can only make it once every fall harvest. And I do have to confuse the fruit flies and then swat at them to get them away from the old pumpkins out back. Thanks for remembering.
Phew, that was close.
What was that?
I said, P.U., I smell gross. Now I get it.
That's also accurate. Bye, Ray. I think every other line you can do, whatever.
Just that one made me look dumb? All right. Now we play the waiting game.
As Ray made his way back to his house, the oddly shaped figure that had been following him started slowly lumbering towards Chuck's front door as the scene fades to black. Suddenly, it's morning. A turkey caws in the distance. Chuck called Ray.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Ray. I don't think I can review that restaurant today.
Oh, that's too bad, buddy. I guess I'll claim Plymouth Rock all for myself.
Well, that's not how my people view things, Ray. My people, meaning food journalists, we believe that you're simply contributing to this world and coexisting with your other writers.
Oh, suck shit.
Ray hung up the phone, gave a few spins to his speak and spell. The turkey, as always, said moo. Then Ray jumped in his Chevy Mayflower to start his trek to Plymouth Rock. Ray didn't notice that someone, or something, was laying down in the back. Ray didn't notice the gravy spilling out from under his front seat. Ray didn't notice that was cranberry sauce streaked on the outside of his vehicle. But soon enough, he would wish he had. He started driving through the snow. His vehicle was slipping and sliding all over the place. And Ray was hungry.
God, I'm starving. I can't wait to get to bountiful Plymouth Rock. Maybe I should have planned better. This snow is becoming a real problem. It's getting deeper and deeper, and it's becoming harder to drive. But I'll be okay. I'm Ray. Divine intervention will keep someone like me safe.
The hours passed. The snow fell harder and harder and harder. Ray was originally going 60 miles an hour, then 45, then 30, then 20, and now he was down to 10 miles an hour. And we had a long way to go.
God, this is getting tough. Maybe Chuck was right. I should have prepared for it. Maybe I should have listened to someone who's used to this life.
Ray thought for a second.
Nah, I'll be fine. I'll manifest my own destiny.
From the back seat, suddenly, Ray heard a moan.
Read it.
I'm supposed to moan Thanksgivingly.
Gobble, gobble.
Out of nowhere, the car filled with the sweet smell of pumpkin roll and apple pie. It was overwhelming, intoxicating. Ray was so entranced by the smell that his eyes rolled back in his head and he nearly fell asleep. Until... Am I doing this voice or are you doing the voice? Wake up, Ray!
It says
Not
in
a
a
ghoulish-
ghoulish
Oh, sorry.
voice.
Wake up, Ray! Is that better?
Well, you're establishing the voice that you're going to have to consistently
Yeah.
do. So
I
I would keep that in mind.
Right. Well, I didn't. I was like, oh, I'll talk with Chuck about this ghoulish
Yeah.
voice.
Ghouls don't yell.
All right. Wake up, Ray.
Sure.
All right, yeah. Whoa, what the hell? Who are you?
My name is Gibby. Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul. Gibby was a ghoul through and through. Since a ghoul is technically a catch-all for other monsters, Gibby had an element of each of those monsters. The claws of a wolfman, the hat of a witch, the neck bolts of a Frankenstein, the white wraps of a mummy wrapped around his body, the pointy ears and haircut of a Dracula, and most obviously, the decomposing body of a zombie. His eyes were sunken in, his nose was that of a rotting corpse. But Gibby the ghoul wasn't to be pitied. Nor was Gibby here to frighten or terrorize. No, Gibby was a Thanksgiving ghoul. To off-put his dark demeanor, Gibby was dressed in a turkey costume. A ratty, smelly, dirty turkey costume with a thin layer of brown feathers. It was obviously something that had never washed or even been taken off. Gibby had one single large yellow tooth right in the middle of his sinister smile, looking like a single cooked corn niblet. He smelled like a combination of decadent pumpkin spice and deplorable haunting death. Gibby's suit was open in the front, revealing his mummy-wrapped body all the way down to his crotch. There was a tuft sticking out where the zipper met his waistband. But the tuft was not of pubic hair, just stuffing on top of stuffing on top of stuffing, spilling out the top of Gibby's pants. Gibby sat there proudly, obviously waiting for Ray's warm welcome.
Hi, I'm Ray Harrington. I was on Conan.
Ray, I'm here because you have a lot to learn about the true meaning of friendship.
That's
I'm changing the voice.
read what you described this thing as.
Yep.
And then do that voice.
I already committed to the voice. I can't do the voice.
It's somebody like falling apart. Think of this like the whole body
like
is like
zombie-ish.
falling. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I can't do
But
it.
like a mess who's like somebody helpful. Like,
Like the Pet Cemetery.
I'm here because you have to learn about
I'm
the
here
true
because
meaning
you-
of friendship. Imagine
Yeah.
they're drunk.
Yeah.
Ray, I'm here because you have a lot.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm losing it. Ray, I'm here because you have a lot to learn about the true meaning of friendship.
Now I'm happy again. You're asking for a lot of character development from a guy who shit his pants 3 times already in this script.
3? I only commented 2. Ray pulls out the waistband of his pants. There's nothing there but a pitiful nub of skin. At first, Gibby thought it was an infected skin tag, but no, Ray's penis. But curiously, it was clean as a whistle.
Oh, wow, I must have just felt the warmth of the heated seats. Huh, I'll have to remember to ship my pants later.
Raymond, until you listen to and appreciate the people around you,
Perfect.
you are destined to wander these snowy lands alone until you expire. It happened with the people of Roanoke, it happened to the people of Jamestown, and now it could happen to you, Ray.
It's perfect. It's almost like a Nixon.
It is. By the way, that's a really good voice.
Yeah,
That is
no,
not
it
a good
is
voice.
because
I've gone through 6 of them in that line about
yeah,
Roanoke
but
and
it's like the
Jamestown.
waddle of
That
a
was
turkey,
very
you know?
good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very good. We're making a character.
a permanent, lasting character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be around forever.
It could happen to you, Ray.
Don't think just because you have a pretty little mouth that I'm going to listen to you. Okay, I took this writing job because I wanted to practice journalistic freedom. I'm going to complete my pilgrimage to Plymouth Rock, and I'm going to eat a cornucopia of food and then write a cornucopia of words about the whole cornucopiaing experience. And there's nothing you can do about it. And then, I'm going to purchase Louisiana.
He was off by like 180 years, but I once again digest.
Fine. Continue on your journey.
That's good.
So Ray did. He drove about 10 more feet. His car slid off the road and down an embankment, continually rolling and killing several turkeys on the way down. Ray is upside down.
Aw, piss. By the way, I am selling
Yeah,
what
you're
I'm
doing
saying.
great.
You're
doing great.
Yeah.
Ray got out of the car and blundered into the snow. With each step he took, the cold felt colder and the snow felt snowier. The wind chilled him straight through to his bones. He shit his pants to stay warm.
Stupid ghoul. Thinks I don't know the true meaning of friendship. That ghoul doesn't know shit about dick. Friends are there to help you get what you want, and then you stab them in the back to get even more. What else is there to know?
After what seemed like hours, Ray realized he was barely making progress in the deep, deep snow. He looked back at the car to see how far he'd gone. Gibby waved back at him from the windshield, a mere 7 feet away. Ray rolled his eyes and returned to the car to get some shelter from the elements.
Damn it. What the hell am I gonna do? They might fire me if I don't get there.
Maybe you need to understand what you have and appreciate those who helped you out.
I'm just gonna add that. What? Roll down the window. I can't hear you. What? All right. So, listen, ghoul. I don't need your attitude. I don't need you. I've made it this far on my own. I didn't need help from anyone.
Ray was in a full-on tantrum now, the same way he gets when someone praises Jurassic World or says a female comedian is funny. Tears and snot streaming down his face, beating his fists against the steering wheel, squealing, oinking, and clicking his hooves like a turkey in shit.
Didn't need anyone?
No, not anyone. Just
Ray thought about it, about all the good Chuck had done for him. It was Chuck who bought him Dying Light, too. It was Chuck that connected him to the magazines. It was Chuck that helped with the article. Pulling back the curtain, it was Chuck that wrote all of his jokes for Ray's appearance on Conan and came up with the entire Ray Harrington persona. It was Chuck. Chuck all along. Everything good about Ray's life was Chuck. And so just to be clear, that's not how Chuck feels. Chuck didn't think of things that way. Chuck liked to spread the accolades around and credit those who deserve it. Chuck liked to help his friends without ever even remembering that it was his brilliant mind that was responsible for any and all success of those around him. Ray finally saw the truth of how he'd acted. He hadn't appreciated Chuck and even gave Chuck a viral disease in order to steal his work. Ray was ashamed for the first time in his life. Gibby saw Ray's face. Gibby knew what Ray was finally learning.
Oh no, Gibby. What have I done? And what can I do? The true meaning of life is appreciation for those around you, for those who care about you, for those that you bond with. Your friends and family are all you have. The people you laugh with, the people who share your troubles, friends are to be loved and to be shared with.
Ray hung his head in shame. The belt buckle fell off his black hat onto the floor. Gibby smiled.
Ray, I think you've learned.
Gibby smashed through the windshield and started shuffling in front of the car. Now that Gibby was standing, Ray could see that Gibby's genitals were collected in a healthy lump in front of his pants. Was it a curled, sweaty, stinking penis? Could it have been a large, flowering, overflowing, meaty ball of labia?
Oh my God.
It could be either. It could be both. But Ray couldn't tell. As Gibby's genital bulge...
baby.
Yes. As Gibby's genital bulge dragged and scraped along the ground behind him, a thick
ooze of gravy.
Yeah, a thick ooze of gravy was left in its wake, not unlike a snail. Ray didn't realize what Gibby was doing until he saw Gibby's giblet gravy melting the snow. Gibby was clearing a path. There were little lumps in the gravy made of garlic and pieces of turkey skin for Ray's tires to get traction. Gibby pulled a 20-foot cheddar baguette out from his turkey suit. He threw one end to Ray. Ray promptly chomped down on it and held tight with his teeth. Gibby turned back towards the snowy road and started moving forward. Slowly but surely, Gibby pulled Ray in his car all the way to Plymouth Rock, the very conveniently named restaurant. Ray stepped out of his car and turned to Gibby.
We made it. I can't believe it. But I feel so guilty. I took this from Chuck, and now he's sick at home with COVID. I feel like a straight-up grade A POS.
Why don't you go inside, Ray?
That was just Nixon. That was
Why don't you go inside, Ray?
Ray was curious at Gibby's response. He slowly walked through the door, only to see his wife, his son, his entire family, and all his friends, including a healthy Chuck Squanto Staten.
What? How?
Ray, I need to apologize. Gibby showed up at my door last night and warned me about the COVID blanket. I knew your plan, and I pretended to be sick this morning when I called you. I'm sorry.
But why did you do that?
Well, Gibby and I had a long talk, and Gibby thought this might be the only way for you to learn the true meaning of Thanksgiving.
Chuck gestured to the table. It was a 15-foot Viking table filled with beautiful Thanksgiving turkey, bowls of gravy, oceans of mashed potatoes, yams, several types of stuffing, all the fixins. And Ray was fixin' to come clean.
Oh my gosh. Is today Thanksgiving?
Gibby smiled warmly at Ray.
I was so wrapped up in my own ego that I didn't realize it. Chuck, your apology is accepted. But Chuck, I need to apologize to you. I'm so sorry I tried to get you sick with COVID blankets. I thought I'd be better off in this new land of journalism. I barged in and took over like I always do. But we're better together. Not just you and me, but everyone should be working together and appreciating each other. That's what makes this new world special and different.
I agree, old friend. How about we enjoy this bountiful feast and give thanks together?
I'd like that. I'm really thankful for our friendship. But wait, we need the entire Funbear Jamboree here to truly celebrate Thanksgiving. Where's Brad? Brad, he's been absent this entire time. Almost suspiciously so.
You know, guys, I actually think Brad's presence has been here, even if you don't know it. But my work here is done.
Just then, a casket popped out of the ground in a puff of cranberry smoke with the silhouette of a turkey on the front. The door popped open. Gibby crossed his arms, closed his eyes, and fell back into it as it returned to the depths of hell. Just as the smoke cleared, Brad walked in the front door, brushing casket crumbs off his chest and kicking gravy off the soles of his shoes. He was out of breath, like he had been running through the snow for a while and maybe also towing something. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything? The boys all sat down at the table, their mouths watering. Ray was ready to say grace and bask in a night of love, laughter, and appreciation. He turned to Brad.
Brad, you're not going to believe it, but I met a ghoul who taught me the true meaning of Thanksgiving.
Oh, silly Ray. Ghouls aren't real. Brad winked at Ray. Ray understood the message Brad was sending.
Brad, I appreciate the offer, but I am married.
Brad retracted his wink.
Ray, are you ready to say grace?
Chuck handed Ray a microphone made from a buffalo tit. Ray smiled at Chuck. He grabbed his microphone and his glass. He stood up out of his chair. The entire restaurant, as well as Ray, Chuck, and Brad's families, all turned to Ray to hear what this master wordsmith had to say. Ray smiled that haunting, beautiful, garish, toothy grin and opened his mouth.
I shit my pants again.
The end.
That is the script you wrote.
That was a lot of fun, Brad. Whew, it was a good time.
I'm confused about how ambiguous the ending was.
Yeah, well, you guess what? From 2023, please enjoy Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul, Chapter 2.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you guys scripts.
Thank you.
They're beefy.
All right.
They're beefy
And we're going to do our best not to read ahead. We've never seen these.
You guys don't know what these are. I
Yeah.
haven't shown you anything. I haven't told you about any beats or anything like that.
Nothing.
We are going to use our usual pact when you guys write something I don't know, or if I write something you
Yeah.
don't know, and also when we do Stranger Than Fiction.
Strangers in Fiction, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know those scripts either. So
Right.
same rules apply.
Yes.
Script for you.
Yeah.
Script for you. Your names are clearly, present for your things.
Right.
And I will also be the narrator.
Good
Okay.
choice.
And there will be one character part that's brief for Brad.
Okay.
That says the character name and also Brad.
Okay.
So you'll see that.
Yeah. Great.
And then if there's other I'll take care of whatever else.
Right.
You do you.
I'll
And
say
we'll have fun.
last year's script was not this many pages, but I
Yeah.
took a lot of grief because I printed on both sides of the pages last
Oh,
year.
no.
my
And I'm like, I was
Hey,
using
you saved
Staten's
trees.
landscaping resources.
So I just read the beginning. I just see it's called Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul Rides Again.
Yes.
So this is Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul Chapter 2. Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul Rides Again. I really like that.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's a great
I figured,
title.
why not?
Yeah, that's great.
There is a brief note at the top as well, just so you know. There is some subtle product placement in this script. It's hardly noticeable, but comes with monetary compensation to the author.
Okay, great.
I just wanted to throw that out there.
Right.
So, viewer, listener, settle in, get cozy, throw a fall-colored blanket on.
Wear a turkey apron that you found in Chuck's mom's decorations.
Sit close to the fire, but tuck your genitals safely away from the flames.
Yeah. And please don't be careful with some polyesters and things
help.
like that. Yeah. Have a nice cup of cider
Oh, good. Yeah.
and a slice of pumpkin or apple pie.
And put gravy on it to see if that tastes good. I've never tried it.
We'll find out. Let us know. Email us, funbearablepod@gmail.com.
How did
Is
it
that
taste?
gravy good on that pie? No? All right.
I
Thank
didn't
you.
think so.
Our tale begins in late November as people start to turn inward toward winter. It's Thanksgiving Eve, and the Funbearable boys, TM, are just wrapping up a tight 240-minute episode of the podcast. Ray is wearing a seasonally appropriate flannel. Chuck is in his usual Thanksgiving attire, a pilgrim outfit complete with tall hat and clunky shoes.
Yes.
Brad is wearing his Thanksgiving outfit. His face painted red and accented with what he calls war paint, a suede and leather outfit, and a full headdress. This is also what Brad often wore on Wednesdays, but you could tell it was Thanksgiving because he had, in his words, toned it down for the lefties. I know what the boys are wearing isn't critical to the plot of this tale, but it's good to remember. Throughout this entire story, this is what they're dressed like. The podcast comes to a close.
And we're sorry for being Funbearable.
The boys nod at each other and Ray hits stop on the recorder. Sorry we had to cut the Thanksgiving episode short, fellas, but I think we had some fun stuff in there.
Well, you guys were fine, but the segment that I did was killer.
The whole show was aces, but I still don't know why you wouldn't let me do my list this week again.
I don't know. I mean, probably not great for Thanksgiving.
Fuck that noise. I'm doing the list for our Christmas episode. Top 20 words from the 90s that I can't say anymore for some reason.
I thought it was 10 words.
It's up to 20 now, slit slut. Oh, make that 21.
Ray thinks about pushing back, but realizes it's a losing battle. He quickly changes topics before Brad reads his list to them again. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving tomorrow. My in-laws are coming over for dinner, and my wife always makes this amazing green bean casserole. He's cut off by Chuck, now incredibly animated. His construction paper hat wiggles and jiggles as he vibrates with glee.
Yes, I love green bean casserole. I once dated a girl who used to put gummy bears in her green bean casserole. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. You ever think about that?
That's the most accurate thing. Brad and Ray look at him unsure of how to respond.
Have I ever thought about that thing you just told me? No.
Well, I have. It's weird. Remember that girl, Brad, we dated like 2 years ago? She was hemophiliac and was terrified of scissors. She was always bleeding everywhere. I had to take her to the prom. And she got a nosebleed in the limo. So crazy.
That was last year. What does this have to do with Thanksgiving?
She did the crazy gummy bears thing. Anyway, I am psyched for Thanksgiving. One of my favorite days of the year. It's the day where we have a great meal and people tell me how grateful they are to have me as a friend, family member, or lover.
No, Chuck, it's not about...
Friend, family member, lover. Only those three. And I have a strict rule that you can only be one of those three.
Blech.
I have broken that rule.
Thanksgiving isn't about people thanking you, Chuck. It's about recognizing what you have and being grateful for it and for the people closest to you. If you're lucky, you can appreciate it and maybe give back as best you can. Chuck rolls his eyes and pretends to choke on his own tongue until he almost does choke on his own tongue, and that scares him enough to stop.
Whatever you say, big guy, you do you. See, that was very understanding of me. You're welcome.
Close enough. And hey, sorry I have to get running early. You know, I have to get to the homeless shelter. Tomorrow is the big day, after all.
Yeah. You're always going on about that gross place.
Seriously, between you always fucking going on about your innocent child who needs you to be present and active in his life.
And the wife. Don't forget about the wife.
Sorry, guys. I just want to help when and where I can, you know? Feels like the reason for the season and all, but I still love and respect you both and cherish our friendship. I just believe that charity is something we should all take time for.
Fuck that noise. Bunch of finkin' bozos who can't get their shit together don't deserve soup and warm beds. I'm always saying that.
You are always saying that.
Yes, I'm always saying that, and I'm saying it now. Nothing good can come from trying to lift up those less fortunate. I got's mines. Fuck charity. Fuck charity right in its poor, dirty ass. Right, Chuck?
Brad was very different off mic than he was on the podcast. Ray and Chuck worried about when people would find out.
Hey, while I agree that the homeless are a scourge on our fine society, just like BLM and the LGBTQ plus community, I still believe in some charity.
Well, that's something at least.
Yeah. Every Thanksgiving, I make sure to invite Brad to dinner. That's charitable. We all know he's going to finally do it on a holiday.
Damn right.
I'm charitable. I'm the most charitable person in this room, in this building, in this town, in this state. The governor should give me a medal for how humble and generous I am. I'm more charitable than Jesus Christ, and everybody loves that guy. I try to volunteer all the time, but they don't let me. Just because there isn't a Big Brothers Little Sisters program I keep asking about.
I fucking told you, Chuck. They don't have a program for older men to mentor younger girls. That's not a thing.
It should be. For instance, just last week, I was teaching a young person to read.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, I was on a date and she was having trouble with the menu.
You should be holding a cigar while you do that. I was on a date. She was having trouble with the menu. In the spirit of Thanksgiving, I'm going to let that one go.
And those mazes on the back can be very tricky.
A heavy silence falls on the trio as they gather their things. Ray and Brad thinking about the intervention they have planned for Chuck after the holiday season. Chuck thinking about the word search he and his date had struggled through last night. Who even looks for diagonal words? Ray throws his Belroy sling bag over his shoulder. The weight of the bag seems like nothing for how well balanced the bag is. He thinks for a moment about how durable the bag is, how reliable and well crafted. Belroy sure can make a fine product. I'll see you guys later. If I don't see you before Thanksgiving tomorrow, I hope you have a lovely time with your family, Chuck. And I hope you have a lovely time with Chuck's family, Brad.
You know it. And say, that's a great sling bag, by the way. I always think about it, but I haven't said it out loud. It's really something. It looks like it's perfect for your frame, but would be equally great on anyone.
I was going to say the same thing. Beautiful fucking bag. Who makes it anyway? I can't tell because it doesn't have the usual big branding on it that most bag makers have on their products.
Oh, Thank you. It's from Belroy. They're a terrific Australian company that takes pride in making quality products with sustainable materials.
Wow. Belroy sounds like a great company.
Fucking Belroy.
Belroy.
Belroy. Anyway, gotta run. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
See you later, fucko.
Ray leaves and Chuck and Brad gather their things. Brad slowly puts his Chicago Bears jacket on over his beaded vest, careful not to get red face paint on the collar. The jacket is torn and stained and smells awful.
God, that jacket stinks so bad. When are you going to let it go?
Brad strains to get his arm through the sleeve. It sounds wet. He glares at Chuck and raises a now wet fist, ready to throw a punch. Chuck winces and flinches, his face scrunched up, his hands raised in submission. This happens a lot.
I told you already, motherfucker. I'm not washing this starter jacket until my beloved Chicago men win a game.
Yeah.
Or until they go a full season without a sex scandal. I made this oath in middle school, and I'm not about to back out on those deep dish fuck shits now. Go Bears, dipshit.
Brad flips double birds and backs out of the room, pausing at the threshold to make an exaggerated jerk-off motion back at Chuck.
One day people will see who you are off mic, and they'll be shocked.
Fuck those people. Worse than the homeless. Later, jag off. See you at your parents' house. You better tell your mom to make the plainest boiled meats just for me.
Brad fakes another punch and Chuck stumbles back in fright, knocking his construction paper pilgrim hat to the ground. Brad can be heard laughing to himself as he walks away. Chuck collects himself. With Brad gone, he feels himself relax, the fear of this overbearing man subsiding. He thinks about the meal his mother is right this moment preparing for Thanksgiving and smiles to himself. His stomach growls. But the growling grows louder. Then a horrible smell fills the room.
Shoot, did I just do a jizz in my pilgrim pants thinking about food again?
Chuck checks his pants, but for once they were dry. This is different. The smell is sharp and earthy, somehow familiar. Then he remembers.
Gibby? Are you here, Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul?
He expects a children's show style entrance at that moment, like Barney coming to life in a burst of sparkling color. Instead, a long, low, wet fart rings out, and Gibby seemingly falls from the ceiling, smacking the table hard as he tumbles to the ground. Years later, the table will be bought at a yard sale and end up as a desk in a home office somewhere. A home where the entire family is found dead in an unexplained freak accident. The investigation will claim carbon monoxide poisoning, but we know it's the off-gassing of Gibby's brief contact with the table. But for now, in the podcast studio, Gibby lays like a pile of slaughterhouse runoffs on the floor. Chuck isn't sure if he's more shocked or disgusted.
Oh my God. All right.
No.
Sorry. OMG. Oh my Gibby. What's wrong with you?
Chucky, you have to help me. I'm dying.
Cut to Brad's apartment later. Brad is preparing for his usual evening ritual in the late fall. The microwave hums loudly as 20 to 30 hot dogs attempt to rotate inside it. Last week's Bears game is paused on the TV. The Sailor Moon soundtrack plays quietly in the background. It's the only CD Brad owns, plays, and cherishes. Brad's cat Rosie sleeps sweetly on the side of the couch. Brad's love pillow Suzuki Miata sits on her side of the couch with her usual come hither look.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The microwave dings and Brad rushes to open it and sweeps hot dogs onto a plate. A few fall on the floor. He ignores them. Rosie will eat them, or the mice. He hums excitedly to himself as he grabs a bag of buns on the counter and heads into the living room.
Finally. That took fucking forever. I thought them shits would never heat to room temperature. Now to eat my daily 20 to 30 hot dogs. Our little secret, Suzuki. Oh, I see you guys already called the couch as usual.
He chuckles to himself and sits cross-legged on the floor between Rosie and Suzuki. He tucks a napkin into the collar of his leather-beaded vest and laughs again.
Look at me. Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm an Indian sitting Indian style on the floor. You know, you're supposed to say some bullshit like a Native American sitting crisscross applesauce these days. Can you fucking believe it? Fuck that noise.
Brad slathers butter straight from the stick onto his hot dog.
Not like when I was a kid. We used to say Indian style the way God intended, because God was on our side. Yeah, times were simpler when I was a fucking kid. You could call a man a man. You could call a woman a bitch. And you could call your folks on the phone and talk about how well President Truman seemed to be handling things. Not like today. No, sir. Bunch of pussies.
He raises a fourth, or was it a fifth, hot dog to his mouth when suddenly there's a knock at the door. He slams the hot dog down and scrambles to his moccasined feet.
If that's Chuck, I'm gonna beat his fucking face through his asshole.
It's Chuck.
It's mealtime, fuckface. What do you want?
But when he sees Chuck's worried look and the wet mess of Gibby in his arms, like a horrifying version of Harry Potter holding a dying Dobby, he softens.
Oh no. What happened, fuckface?
It's Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul. He says he's dying.
Gibby lets out soft whimpers and moans while occasionally letting go of his bowels. But considering the dire circumstances, Chuck and Brad do their best not to notice that. It's really hard not to notice, but they do their best.
Dying? Can ghouls even die? Are they alive? Or is it like they're dead, but can also die on top of already being dead?
I don't know. I'm not some kind of ghoulologist. I don't know what to do. Do we do some magic or something?
Magic? You're crazy. I knew you were crazy the moment I laid eyes on you. Crazy. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, crazy. We'll take him to the emergency room. That's beautiful.
That was a Funbearable deep cut. That was great.
Saw 7.
There are, it's all, if you've listened to every episode of this podcast, you're in for a treat. It's all callbacks. It's oops, all callbacks.
Wow. Okay. Can science save him? Or a wizard? I have no idea how this works. Besides, we can't get to the hospital. Last time we went there, they were convinced you were abusing me and we had to leave quickly after you started abusing me.
Brad thinks about hitting him, but decides against it. For now. Then he grabs his starter jacket with a squish.
I know a place. Get him in the backseat of my car. Him? Her? What is Gibby anyway?
I don't know. Is it important?
Not these fucking days.
I imagine you saying it directly to camera.
Not these fucking days.
The two hurry to Brad's car. Brad opens the back door for Chuck and, careful not to damage his feathers on the... sorry. Sorry, I added the headdress in later. I get it. Brad opens the back door for Chuck and then, careful not to damage his feather headdress, hops onto his stack of phone books in the driver's seat that is pushed all the way up. He rushes to unlock the club on his steering wheel.
Get him in the back, and don't get any of his gross liquids on my vintage porno magazines.
Chuck scrambles into the back with Gibby as they speed off.
God, what is all this?
Good old-fashioned physical media, old chum. Only the filthiest, vintagiest pornography for old Brad.
Chuck looks through the old magazines on the seat next to him.
Bare Shoulder Monthly? Polite Nod Quarterly? Women of a certain age looking stern weekly?
Oh, yeah.
Brad ignores him and focuses on the steering wheel so close to him that it's rubbing his penis with every turn. He takes the longest, windiest way to their destination.
A few weeks back, Rosie was acting sick, so I took her to the vet nearby. He said it looked like she had eaten too many hot dogs. So clearly, he's not a very good veterinarian, but he's our best option right now. Besides, the other veterinarian is, get this, a woman. Can you believe it? Hey, if I need a fucking nurse for my cat, I'll give you a call, lady.
Let me see. I'm going through these magazines. Curvy Broads with Master's Degrees Monthly? Midwestern women abusing the soda refill policy at Wendy's Weekly?
That one's nasty. We're here.
I had so much fun writing this character of Brad. Oh my God. Brad circles the block twice to climax and then screeches to a halt outside of a small animal clinic.
Hard and wet. Porn for Canoe Enthusiasts Monthly? Chicago Sport Illustrated one-piece bathing suit edition? Librarians who have to pee daily? The Farmer's Porn Almanac?
They rush from the car. No time to continue listing off the many niche porn magazines in the back seat. This was an emergency, so they didn't get a chance to talk about Weakling Weekly, Meek Monthly, Women Who Love Boys with No Upper Body Strength Quarterly, Granny Grabbers Annual, Hottest Cold Women of the Decade, and the one paperback book titled A Lifetime of Polite Fucking, a novel by L. Ron Hubbard.
I learned a lot from the master.
Cut to vet's office. A barrage of tests are run on Gibby, who is, at this point, nearly delirious. He's muttering half words and nonsense as the veterinarian works. The vet attempts to get a blood sample, but when he inserts the needle, a putrid smell fills the room, and the sound of a balloon slowly deflating can be heard. Chuck anxiously paces in the waiting room. Brad casually thumbs through an issue of The Sexiest Walmart Greeters Digest that he brought from the car. When he sees the panic in Chuck, he tries to console his friend.
You know, maybe Gibby could use a prayer right about now.
Cool it, Brad. You know I don't get along with Jesus.
Brad shrugs and goes back to his reading, Chuck anxiously pacing and muttering to himself.
Stinking Jesus. Thinks he's better than me. People always talking about this guy on radius. My dad's a big deal too, you know.
Finally, the veterinarian calls them back to the room. Gibby is laying on the table, still looking... Well, it never looked good, but it's not any better than before. The vet is visibly exhausted as he stuffs his stained lab coat into a biohazard bag. He looks at a final round of test results on the stool sample they had scraped from Chuck's hands.
Give it to me straight, Doc.
Please, I'm a veterinarian. Calling me doctor is practically stolen valor. Listen, near as we can tell, this seems to be some kind of large, mutated, featherless bird. The face is mammal-like, though, so that's a head-scratcher.
No, it's Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul. Not a bird. Is it a bird?
Not sure, but I can put it down for you for $100.
Wait, so it is alive? I'm so fucking confused.
We're not putting Gibby down. We came here so you can save him.
Oh, it's a him. Honestly, we weren't really sure. I mean, it's peeing a lot, that's for certain. But I can't for the life of me figure out where it's coming from.
Can you save him or not?
I honestly don't know. As near as I can tell, this creature's entire biology is like nothing I've ever seen before. The only thing I was able to say with any medical certainty is that this gabagool...
Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul.
Yes, that Gibby here has 2 separate viral infections attacking his or her body. 2 incredibly strong and incredibly deadly viruses. Both some of the rarest diseases known to humankind. The vet spins his laptop around to face Chuck and Brad. Your Gooby...
Gibby.
Your Gumby...
Gibby!
Sorry, your Bubby...
Gibby!
The vet lights a cigarette and waves them off. Yeah, whatever you call it. Your friend Chippy here has gibmidia. And if that doesn't kill him, the equally deadly Clogibia will. I've never even heard of a creature contracting either, let alone both.
Well, how could this be?
Well, gibmidia and Clogibia. It's a medical mystery, and a cruel one at that. The doctor turns and looks out the window to ponder. Chuck and Brad look stunned and saddened. Gibby lays near lifeless on the table, just a small Band-Aid covering its presumed genitals. The vet awkwardly clears his throat. Now, there's no easy way to ask you this, but with either gibmidia or Clogibia, I have to ask you this. Son, have you... Chuck looks confused, then aghast at the question.
Oh my God, of course not.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, no. I meant, have you had sex with it?
No, I would never. I mean, have I thought about it? Of course. but I would never act on those very frequent and recurring urges.
Hey, sorry. I had to ask. It's medical policy. Speaking of which, I also have to ask. The vet leans in to whisper. Is that friend of yours ever violent with you? Have you experienced any abuse? Has he ever knocked you around if you don't have dinner on the table when he gets home? He nods his head toward Brad, who is reluctantly holding Gibby's limp hand.
No. Sometimes. Yes. This is ridiculous, Doc. You have to save him.
I'm afraid that's out of my hands now, son. He's in... A long pause. It's silent in the room except for the gush of another loose Gibby bowel. Huh. I was going to say he's in God's hands now, but that just doesn't seem right, you know? Whatever this thing is, it's nowhere near God's hands. Yuck.
Listen, you...
Suddenly, Gibby coughs and struggles to raise his head to Chuck. He mutters something. Chuck nears to hear him.
Ray knows.
Gibby slumps down again, exhausted. His bowels give again, and it sounds like a hose left on in the backyard. At this point, even through the concern and worry, Brad and Chuck have to wonder where it all comes from.
How can something so small contain so much liquid?
Just another medical mystery that science hasn't managed to answer yet. Nights like this, 7 weeks of online courses just don't prepare you for something like this. Do you mind? The vet holds up his phone and snaps a few pictures of Gibby's near-lifeless body. Now, what say we get this thing in a big jar of formaldehyde, hey, boys?
Never. We'll save him. We have to. Otherwise, Thanksgiving won't happen. Or it will, but it'll be bad. I don't know. The lore is very thin. All I know is that this ghoul needs our help, and I'm the only person brave enough, smart enough, and deserving enough to save him.
Chuck scoops Gibby up in his arms and turns to Brad.
He said something about Ray, that Ray knows. We have to get Gibby to him. We can't let him die, I think.
He should be done volunteering at the homeless shelter by now. Or, as I like to call it, the House of Vermin. He's got to be home by now.
Not a moment to lose. Let's go. Can you stop by Dunkin' Donuts, by the way? I want to get a maple coffee.
Gibby groans.
And a small one for Gibby.
Now Brad groans.
And a large tap water, warm, of course, for you. Let's go.
Chuck and Brad hurry out of the room. Chuck looks back to the vet.
Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Yeah, thanks. Twat.
The vet chuckles to himself. Just another day as an animal doctor. Pet owners can be something. He can hear Brad calling the receptionist various versions of twant as they leave. Brad's voice growing fainter. The receptionist pokes her head into the room. She holds back, vomiting at the smell.
Doctor, Linda Genius is online too. She wants to know when you'll be finishing up.
Ah, thank you. Linda probably wants me to help with the turkey. It'll be a hard meal this year after witnessing this mess. Tell her I'll be home after I clean up.
Sure thing, Dr. Genius.
Inception sound. She leaves the room. She leaves and can be heard vomiting in the hallway. The vet looks around the now disgusting exam room. He snubs his cigarette out on a blood-soaked bandage. Now, who the hell is going to help clean this mess up? We zoom in closer and closer into a puddle of disgusting effluence on the table. A Coen Brothers-style cross dissolve into a close-up of Chuck's cup of maple latte as he sips from the back seat of Brad's car. Note, upon seeing this transition shot, Joel and Ethan Coen quit the film business altogether and open a car dealership in Fargo, North Dakota. By all reports, they are happy. Cut to Ray's house. Brad's car pulls up to the house. A sloshing sound can be heard as the car rocks to a stop. The doors open and Gibby's fluids pour out. The pair jump from the car. They stand in front of the yard, Gibby in Chuck's arms, steam rising from him in the chilly night air. Through the window, Chuck and Brad see Ray and his family inside. Warm light pours from the window, and they see Ray smiling and laughing with his wife and son. He seems so at ease here.
He looks so happy.
He looks like the happiest fuck pumpkin in the fuck patch.
Was this what Gibby wanted me to see? That I've been needlessly cruel to a good man?
Wait, what?
That Thanksgiving isn't about people being thankful for me, but me being thankful for others?
He looks down at Gibby in his arms.
Is that it, my ghoulish friend? Do I need to see that I've gone astray? Do I need to realize that it's not all about me? Have I lost the spirit of Thanksgiving and it's killing you?
Gibby opens his disgusting eyes.
No, pretty sure it's the Gibby that's killing me.
Gibby coughs and blood sprays Chuck's face. Gibby's body begins to shudder and Chuck lays him gently on the grass. Immediately, the grass browns and dies. Brad grabs the emergency first aid kit from his trunk. A box of Band-Aids, an EpiPen, a full-size defibrillator that he won in a medical auction, one condom just in case, emergency rations containing 3 cans of Mountain Dew Code Beige, and a pack of freeze-dried hot dogs. He grabs the defibrillator and slams the trunk. Chuck and Brad, on their knees, look over Gibby. They can both sense it's nearing the end.
Stay with me, Gibby. We've come so far. We were so close now. We're just outside Ray's house. You remember Ray, don't you? The big boy from last Thanksgiving? You said Ray knows. What does Ray know? How can Ray save you?
I wasn't saying Ray knows. I was saying anus.
W.T. fuck.
Shush up, Brad. Just shush up and listen. Bradley Abigail roar.
Chuck feels a rush as he finally stands up to Brad. Chuck would just have to deal with the inevitable beating for Brad later. His nipples would pay for that outburst and pay dearly. Chuck leans in even closer to hear Gibby as the ghoul ekes out his dying words.
The veterinarian. He asked where my pee comes from.
Do the voice and laugh at the same time.
He asked where my pee comes from. I was saying my anus. I wasn't saying Ray knows. I was saying anus.
Oh, God. This is just like a recent episode of the podcast where we coined the phrase Rainus. What a cruel callback the universe has given me. Take it back, God. Fix him, Satan. Do what you must with me, Mohammed. Whatever deity or devil can save my beautiful boy. Boy, it's boy, right?
Gibby shrugs and mutters in,
I don't know.
Please don't die again, I think. Gibby.
Gibby gathers its strength once more and holds a withered and slippery finger to Chuck's quivering lips. Chuck nearly vomits.
Don't be sad, Chucky. Gibby's never lived very long.
Hold the fucking phone. Did you just say Gibby's plural? Like that's your species and not your name?
There's nothing you can do. The Gibia is too far along. And the Gibmidia. It was always going to be this way.
Gibby's eyes soften and sort of reverse cross. Wall-eyed, he begins to share his origin story. A panpipe cover of Sarah McLachlan's hit song, In the Arms of an Angel, plays softly. You know what? I didn't realize this, but I guess I did do Gibbadelphia.
You did? I was going to say, I'm realizing this. I'm like, you did do that.
I did do it. I threatened it, and I did it.
Yep.
Now the origin story, because you got to have that at this point.
Oh, yeah.
I was drawn to you, Chucky, because you are my father.
Whoa, reveal!
I was born in a dump, upon an old desk. Your old desk. One that you had done horrible things to. Your seed was upon that particle board IKEA laminate. Then a medical waste truck was emptied on top of it, and a meat packing plant's trash. Then a barrel with a big yellow nuclear symbol. It was fate. One cold November Wednesday in 2001, the day before Thanksgiving, there was a lightning storm, and the heavens opened up and rained down on the dump and on that desk. A bolt of lightning struck that self-assembled monstrosity, and from that strike, I was born, a ghastly creature filled with childlike joy for the holiday you call Thanksgiving. and a willingness to overlook the historical atrocities done to the Native Americans.
Oh, here we fucking go with this again. Looks like Gibby has also been infected with the woke mind virus. Do your own fucking research, ghoul. I have some YouTube videos you should watch. They're really informative once you get past the Nazi imagery they use.
I wrote coughing and farting to ignore Brad.
The world needed me then. This was 2001, just after 9/11. People needed Thanksgiving more than ever. They needed Thanksgiving love and the sharing of hearth and home with those close to them. And so, I became a totem, a mascot for the holiday with no mascot.
How can this be? This is all so much to take in.
It's a lot to process, I know. But it's all true. Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul's origin is the result of the grief of the nation post 9/11 and Chuck masturbating on a desk as a teenager. And that's canon.
That's fucking canon.
Yes, that is canon.
Gibby smiles weakly. Then suddenly, his weak and grotesque body starts to tremble. The end is near again. Chuck begins to tear up.
Don't cry, Chucky.
Gibby holds a shaky finger to Chuck's chest.
I'll be right here.
His finger doesn't glow or anything, but it is alarmingly wet and somehow still sticky. What's like a really gross version of honey? Because it's like that. Gibby smiles and a single brown, yellow tear rolls down his cheek.
Happy Thanksgiving, Chucky.
Happy Thanksgiving, Gibby.
A final gush of Gibby fluids, and Gibby slumps lifeless in the dead grass. Brad pushes in next to Chuck and pulls the defibrillator pads out. A whine of charging, and he presses them to what he assumes is Gibby's chest.
Clear!
A jolt of electricity shakes Gibby's body, and a burst of fluid shoots out, like someone turning over a trash can filled with rainwater. Another whine of charging.
Clear!
Another jolt and another burst of fluid, like a sick and twisted children's sprinkler.
Fucking clear!
This goes on for 20 minutes. Eventually, an exhausted Brad and grief-stricken Chuck stop. They both vomit, unsure of where it lands, letting it mix with the horror they kneel in. Their breath visible in the air, mixing with the steam coming from the gallons and gallons of never-ending Gibby fluids around them. Their shoes squish, their costumes crunchy with half-dried viscera. On a lighter occasion, Chuck would point out that they used to call this fluid mung. But it's not a light occasion. It's a somber, disgusting occasion.
Gibby is gone.
Piss.
Piss.
Piss and shit and fuck and damn.
Borderline pornographic. Brad goes to the car and returns his starter jacket. He respectfully lays it over Gibby's body, eyes still open and tongue hanging out. They make no effort to close his eyes. Chuck gets a whiff of the jacket and vomits again. Just then, the front porch light comes on and Ray opens the door to see what the commotion is on his front lawn. Chuck? Brad? I heard a Thanksgiving clatter, so I rose to see what was the matter. What are you... Oh, God, what is that awful smell? Chuck is about to explain everything to Ray. Gibby dying, the veterinarian, Brad's weird porn, all of it. But he stops. With a renewed sense of Thanksgiving spirit, there's something even more important now.
Oh, Ray. My friend and in some ways mentor and father figure.
Weird, gross, that's not even in the script.
I'm so sorry for treating you so badly.
What is that on the ground? Why is my front lawn full of dead grass?
I allowed my ego to get the best of me, and I was careless with our friendship.
Seriously, my lawn is ruined and it smells so bad. Brad interjects, overcome with the Thanksgiving spirit too.
And I'm sorry too. I'm always telling you guys, fuck that noise. When deep down, it's my noise that should be getting fucked. That rude prank we pulled on you last Thanksgiving, writing that script about Gibby and slandering your name, it was fucked up, brother. It was uncouth. It was uncool, it was unkind, and above all, it was unbearable. Not fun-bearable, as we always strive to be.
There's like a oily rainbow slick on this weird fluid all over my lawn, guys.
And though I merely played a part in Chuck's prank script, I went along with it in my weak-ass ways. I'm just as culpable. Just as much a fuck to shit.
What? Oh, that? That's fine. It's okay. I appreciate the thought, but I wasn't bothered by that silly bit of fun. It's not like I enjoyed it so little that I swore I would write an even worse script and force you to read it on mic with no knowledge of what I had written in a gleeful fit of revenge. This trio stands silent for a beat. They break the fourth wall and stare into the camera. Anyway, we were just about to watch a movie. Why don't you come around to the backyard and I'll hose your racially insensitive outfits off and you can come watch a movie with us. Chuck bashfully kicks at a pebble on the ground until he realizes it's not a pebble, but one of Gibby's teeth.
What movie are you watching?
That was exactly as I pictured that. Oh, that Thanksgiving one. Man, I'm spacing on the name. The one with the guy, he goes on a long trip to get home for Thanksgiving?
Trains, planes, and automobiles?
No.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
No. You know, the one with the kid with him?
Oh, it's Dutch.
No, this is in English. Brad clenches his fist. If it wasn't such a flawless joke, he'd start swinging. Oh, I remember. We're about to watch the Thanksgiving classic, Puddinhead Saves Thanksgiving.
Oh!
Come on around the back, and I'll get some towels. And I think we have some bleach for all that stuff on you and in your eyes and in your mouths.
That would be nice. We've had a pretty hard night, Ray.
It sure looks like it. Oh, and when you come in, try not to talk to my son, okay? He's been very vocal about what he thinks of both of you. And Brad, watch the language.
Sure thing. I'll put on my podcasting persona the whole night. Yep, like wearing a skin suit made of Brad. Which is a metaphor. Not that I'm actually interested in wearing a skin suit.
The boys all laugh together, and so, after a thorough hose down and bleach scrubbing, the boys settle into a cozy evening watching the classic Thanksgiving film they all remembered fondly from childhood. They laughed uproariously when Puddinhead helped the turkeys escape the farm. They cried when Puddinhead lost his lucky pot. They cried laughing when Puddinhead says, that pumpkin pie is soft. Damn it. They cried laughing when Puddinhead said, that pumpkin pie is the same consistency as my soft pudding. And they all fell asleep on the couch before Puddinhead was crowned the Pumpkin Patch Pumpkin. Later in the night, Chuck stirs awake. He turns to look out the window at the front yard. In the streetlight, he can just see that the starter jacket and the horrific pile of mess that was Gibby is gone. The only evidence that there had been anything there at all was just a few 100 gallons of detritus and filth that covered the dead lawn. Ray opens his sleepy eyes on the other end of the couch and glances at the clock. It reads 12:06. Everything okay? Did my son Finn ask you to leave again? Chuck settles back into his blanket on his end of the couch, Brad snoring gently between them. He smiles. Mazzy's Stars Fade Into You begins to play.
No, I just remembered something is all. And Ray,
Yeah?
happy Thanksgiving.
They smile at each other, aglow in the warmth of Thanksgiving appreciation and the glow of the DVD menu for Puddinhead Saves Thanksgiving. Brad bolts up.
If you two don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna moonwalk on your scrotes. Zip your lips, bitch 1 and bitch 2. Some of us are trying to sleep. Great, now my hard-on is gone.
Brad curls into an angry ball. Brad curls into an angry ball and immediately falls back to sleep. Chuck chuckles to himself. Everything is back to normal. He yawns. He'll fall asleep again, too. But for now, he's going to enjoy this moment, thinking about all the people he's grateful for in his life, to give thanks for what he had, and to know that he was truly thankful. Then he felt a small but determined poke on his side. Brad's boner was back. Somehow this was comforting, and Chuck fell fast asleep. The end.
Wow. Great job.
Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul rides again.
Rides again. Such an inappropriate title for what happened.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good
A
one.
definitive ending to the Gibby saga
Definitive ending.
after only 2 films.
That's correct.
There's no way
It's going to continue
unless
there's a new writer named Brad Rohr. It's 2024 in this world.
yes.
So here it is, Gibby the Thanksgiving Ghoul, Chapter 3. And tomorrow, let's look forward to Chapter 4. Enjoy it.
I think we've prefaced enough,
Yeah.
and the fiss should go away.
Yeah.
And now we need to get into the artifice of this.
So-
What did I just say?
This is the 3rd chapter in the Gibby
Saga?
Odyssey. Gib Odyssey.
Nope.
No.
So
Honda Odyssey.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I wrote scripts.
Yep.
Ray and Chuck have not seen these scripts.
True.
As always, I will ask you to not read ahead. There are your lines that are not just Chuck or Ray are
Okay.
highlighted in the sense that
These other characters.
I had a marker, not a highlighter, so it's green marker. So R
Okay.
is presumably for Ray, C is presumably for Chuck.
I
I
don't
will be
think it's for Chuck.
I will be doing the stage direction / narration
Yes.
for Gibby 3, Planet of the Gibbies.
This is amazing.
A card 1 year ago. We open on a suburban lawn. There is a stinky, wet, lumpy mess in the grass next to a starter jacket. We pan up and zoom in through the window to see Ray, Chuck, and Brad on Ray's couch watching Puddinhead Saves Thanksgiving. This is the end of last year's Gibby adventure. Wow! We pan back down to see the mess that was Gibby is gone. A screeching of tires. An unmarked black van is speeding away into the night.
That's good. That's exciting.
Because at the end of
Yeah.
Philadelphia, the corpse disappears.
Right. And this is, yes.
This is good.
Oh, is it going to be Fox and Mulder?
Oh my God. I love it.
Card, present day. We are at Staten Manor. The surfaces are littered with DuckTales toys, Ninja Turtles figures, and AI renderings of Chuck as different animals groping different human women. Chuck is at his computer. Brad and Ray are waiting on the couch. Ray is drinking a large black coffee, and Brad is dipping a hot dog in oatmeal.
Oh!
Good.
Yep.
Oh no. Terrible news.
The doctors renamed them as Staten transmitted infections.
I wish. That would really get my name out there. No. My ISP is shutting down my internet. I've downloaded too many movies.
Really? They can do that? What movie put you over the limit? Hey, remember when I got in trouble for downloading a torrent of Rio, the animated bird movie? That actually happened.
Oh no, the punishment doesn't fit the crime. Some say you suffered already.
Well, it's not that type of movie. I mean, it's animated, but it's less of a bird, more of a tentacle creature.
Probably better than Jurassic World.
No big deal. I'll just set up my phone as a hotspot and... Oh no, my cell phone company said the same thing. Too many adult moving pictures.
What?
This sucks. The FCC shut down everything at my house, Staten Manor. No signals or in or out, just because I'm hogging all the bandwidth in the whole world on downloading all the technically legal pornography I can find. Good thing I have another place to live and download, right? The Wendy's City, Staten Island.
Did you say Wendy's?
Oh yeah, Staten Islanders love spicy chicken sandwiches. Can't get enough of them.
Look, I know we're all psyched about this nonsensical discussion, but can we start the podcast? I need to get home in 6 hours. I'm in the doghouse with my pillow wife, Suzuki Miyata.
Wow, you even brought in Suzuki.
Yep.
This is a
I
good-
really do appreciate
This is a good cast. It's so weird that you feel the need to refer to her like that. Like we'd forget the long history between you and Suzuki Miyata, your in-canon pillow wife.
And how are you in the doghouse with Suzuks?
Well, it's Thanksgiving this week, and her parents came to visit.
In-laws are the worst. Mine keep trying to convince me that the world is round. Like, how would water stay on if that were the case?
Suzuki asked me to set up a room for them. Instead of using the guest room like she asked, I just cleared off a shelf in the linen closet.
Rookie mistake, like getting vaccinated. My boy Rogan speaks the truth.
Would you imbeciles focus? How are we going to upload the podcast if there's no internet in my house?
Either Ray or I could.
There's only one solution.
Filling out an appeal form.
Oh, I'm with you, Ray.
Just call the
Road trip!
Chuck and Ray hold their manic grins as Brad is confused. Brad looks back and forth between his two friends, then finally breaks the silence. To where?
The Department of Internet.
Washington, D.C., U.S. of A.
That's not. Smash cut to the trio in the car. Chuck is driving, Ray is riding shotgun, and Brad is uncomfortably wedged in the back seat. All three are holding microphones, and all three look exhausted. And we're sorry for being Funbearable. Ray presses the stop button on the recorder. All three let out absurd farts. Hilariously varying in pitch, tone, duration, tempo, and wetness. Seriously, when Ray adds sound effects to this part, it's gonna make you throw up all over yourself. Gross.
I can't believe we recorded a 4-hour episode and we got through 2 questions from our mail sack.
I'm glad we gave the which Ninja Turtle are you question the thorough attention it deserved.
The boys pull over into a rest stop and get out and stretch their sore, jelly-like muscles. As they twist and turn and stretch and bend and crack and creak and lift and shape and turn and burn and snap and crackle and pop, a mysterious black van pulls in behind them. Trio doesn't notice.
That was a good joke.
Thank you.
Good news, guys. That hot chick I follow on Instagram is having a birthday tomorrow.
I'm jimming the camera. Sometimes fruit can hang too low.
The van's horn honks, but you can somehow tell it was an accident.
What was that?
I read that the state bird of New York is an eastern bluebird, so maybe that was its mating call.
My mating call... My mating call is an Instagram DM that says, hey, added you from Tinder, and a peace sign emoji. Can I give a side note about that?
Yes, please.
I had that when I was single. I had that in my notes app, so I could just copy and paste it when I would add.
Oh my God. If you're copying and pasting in dating.
Oh, he said in dating. I thought you said if you're copying and pasting and dating. And I was like, yeah.
Copying and pasting and dating. Oh my. Oh, I pasted it early.
So pasty.
Sometimes I get old newspapers and I mix it together and then I make models. All right.
Sorry, go ahead.
My mating call was asking women what their favorite candy bar is and then relating it to sex.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
I was waiting and finally I met a woman who said her favorite candy was fun-sized Bitto honey, and then I locked it down.
When I pee, it feels like I got Red Hots coming out down there.
Hey, can you open the back of the car so I can get my suitcase out? I shit my pants during the ride and need a quick change into my evening wear.
That was the thing from Gibby 1. Race.
I like the idea of
Continued
the fact that I
incontinence.
must have shit my pants before, but I was fully invested in this conversation about mating calls.
I was going to say, it's funny because in the first one, all those shitting pants makes you look dumb. Now he's making you a regular character who nonchalantly
I shit my pants. I was like, when? Like just now? No, like 20 minutes ago. I was busy.
Brad opens the back of the car and is shocked when a pillow tumbles out. Suzuki Miata? You said you were staying home with your parents. Well, I didn't plan on taking this road trip either. We just smash cut to it and I was here.
You're having an argument with You're taking this pillow in the best direction I've ever heard.
Yeah. You also wrote in here pauses, right? So like you're listening to Suzuki.
They continue bickering and Chuck leans over to Ray.
So is her first name Suzuki or is her first name Miata? I want to make sure we're being culturally sensitive to the pillow that Brad married.
I mean, she's cool with either. I mean, as laid back as a classic unagi roll.
The mysterious van looms larger and larger, rolling silently toward them, but the guys don't notice. Brad gingerly puts Suzuki back in the car, then rejoins Ray and Chuck. Chuck looks out at the highway and sees so many cars and trucks.
Ugh, why is there so much traffic?
Well, I mean, it is just before Thanksgiving, and people are traveling to visit their families, so there are more cars on the road.
Yeah, Chuck. Traffic is an absolutely normal part of life.
I just don't take traffic into account. Because the other cars aren't mine and aren't driven by me, so they don't matter.
The guys get back in the car and drive off. The mysterious black van follows. The trio arrive in Washington, D.C. They get to a fancy hotel and are giving their bags to a bellboy, but Brad and Suzuki and Miyata are arguing. I don't even know where we're going. Just hang out at the hotel and I'll be back tonight. No, there's nothing to worry about. We're all going to be together. We'll be fine. Look, just stay here. We'll do the White House tour tomorrow, okay? No, you are capable of making your own decisions, but there's podcast business to finish. You knew this about me before. Look, we have to go. Ray's going to shit himself again if we don't. Yes, I'll see you later. Love you too.
Well, that was awkward.
The only thing that can cover up that awkwardness is
Tourism montage!
The trio goes sightseeing. They stop at the Washington Monument, where Chuck uses trick photography to make it seem like the monument is his penis.
Yeah.
They stop at the Capitol building, where Ray pretends the dome is a boob he can grope. They stop at the Vietnam Memorial, where Brad is too scared to add a third joke here.
I'm just saying, if I were a female soldier, I would feel honored to have someone do that to my name.
No, and gross.
Hey, guys, it's almost lunchtime. Do you think we can stop by an Applebee's and eat good in the neighborhood? The neighborhood in question being Capitol Hill?
Chuck rolls his eyes and patronizingly pats Ray on the head.
Of course, little buddy.
Ugh, that's the most offensive thing I've read. Delighted. I have to do this delighted now. I know I've established my love for Applebee's, but somehow eating there for lunch feels even sadder than eating dinner there. I can't explain it, but it's part of my dining kink.
But right after lunch, we've got to get to the Department of Internet and turn Staten Manor back on.
The boys amble off, not noticing the mysterious figure climbing out of the mysterious black van to continue trailing them. We cut to the end of their meal at Applebee's. Chuck has finished his not-actually-healthy salad, Ray has eaten a mediocre chicken club, and Brad has eaten a foot-long hot dog dipped in a yard-deep trough of oatmeal. Chuck asks one more question of the waitress, who responds, then walks away.
Added you from Applebee's peace sign emoji. And send.
You know, I gotta say, it doesn't seem very Thanksgiving-y yet.
In this Applebee's?
Overall.
Yeah, where's the Pocahontas stuff? The reason for the season.
I added that line after we recorded our
Yeah, I figured.
The trio get up and walk outside the restaurant and begin letting out farts again. But before it can get too gross, they are snatched by masked figures. Hoods are slammed down over their heads, and the trio is thrown into the back of the mysterious black van, which peels out, driving pell-mell into traffic. The trio sliding around in the back of the van, feeling every jostle and bounce as the van works its way to somewhere. After what seems like an eternity, they finally pull to a stop.
Did that give anyone else a direction?
Keep calm, everyone. We've got to keep our wits about us.
Where are we? I can't...
And yes, I did get an erection.
Nice. High five. Or rather, low one.
Chuck and Ray tap tips together.
I was trying to do the sound.
The van doors open and the trio is yanked out and stood up. Their masks are pulled off to reveal a dramatically lit laboratory, the kind you can only see in movies. The mute enforcers who pulled their masks off stand at attention. A small speaker sits on a table in front of the boys. Before a voice comes out of it, though, it's time for a fight scene.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, guys, it's such a cool fight. Ray does some rock and agility moves, Brad demonstrates unexpected power, Chuck's lethality is on full display. Whoa, can you believe they did that team-up move? These enforcers are strong. These enforcers are strong, but they don't compare to the might of the trio. So much action. Everything is a weapon. The speaker from the table itself. It's like wire work, but without the wires. Tony, John, Jet Li are like, whoa, and John Woo is taking notes so fast his pencil catches fire. It's the most awesome fight scene ever. It ends with the trio standing, still alive, breathing heavy.
That's what I call...
I guess you could say...
Oh, did you want to do the witty quip this time? I could.
No, you go first.
Are you sure? I mean, because if you have something,
I was gonna make a joke about a knife, but if you want to,
no. I mean, it's good. It's good. I think I gave a witty quip back at Applebee's.
Flashback to Applebee's.
I'll take an iced tea, but make it from this. Make it from his. Nope, I'm going to do that again. I'll take an iced tea, but make it from his time on SVU and not his cop killer days.
Back to the present.
Yeah, that was one of your best. I kind of think the moment has passed, though. Brad, are you okay?
Brad points to his throat and offers a thumbs down.
Oh no, Brad got punched in the throat and can't really speak.
As the guys look a little sad and confused, a slow, wet clap can be heard from behind them. There's a strange aroma in the air, a cornucopia of scents that are like Thanksgiving staples, but just a little bit off. Like cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, and turkey. Just not quite right. The trio turns slowly, knowing and fearing what they're going to see. Or should I say, whom they're going to see? Or, wait, is it a what? A whom? What's the qualification for personhood here?
Hello again, boys.
Gibby, you sound different.
My baby creature that I created through self-love and maybe a demon somehow? I don't know how the last 2 years tie in together just yet.
The very same. My team followed you all the way from Rhode Island. We would have picked you up at that rest stop, but someone pressed the horn. He has been dealt with. Then we thought you were going to stop at Chuck's place in Staten Island, but you continued here. Very convenient. We appreciate it. Take a walk with me, boys.
This voice is good. This is a good voice.
It's Lorne Michaels.
Take a walk with me, boys.
The door behind Gibby slides open, and the trio follows the slimy, mucus-like trail behind Gibby.
You got the mucus right. That's good.
Yes, they go through room after room, lab after lab. Things do not seem right. Everything about the geometry of the lab seems wrong, off somehow, like the angles don't quite add up. I don't know how to say this is Lovecraftian without bringing up his awful views on eugenics.
Everything in here reminds me of my personal hero.
Gibby radiates anger along with the musky scent of almost cooked leftover turkey. How can this Gibby be the lovable scamp we've seen in the past? Finally, the group arrives in a massive room. Gibby turns to address them.
I'm glad you made it. After all, none of this would have happened without you. We've come to realize that humanity is doomed, and Funbearable is evidence of that. Your inability to stay on task and avoid tangents are proof that the human race is flawed. You and your mostly dry skin, your bones that are solid, your skin that stays closed all the time, all inferior.
I think it's Brad in a mask. That last part was a dead giveaway. You're insane, Gibby. I thought you were just here to teach us about the true meaning of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, by which Ray means my friends and family getting to hang out with me.
Nonsense! That Gibby is worthless. Cast off. I don't even know where it is. I am the leader of the Gibbies. The Alpha Gibby!
Oh, no.
Gibby looks to the boys to see if they are impressed. They are not. Alpha Gibby continues.
Humanity is doomed. We've preserved the best and the brightest of humanity's personalities, but put them in superior bodies.
You don't mean...
Yes! In Gibby bodies!
A switch somewhere chunks on and the room lights up. It's a gigantic silo warehouse filled with pods, and in those thousands of pods are Gibbies.
What?
Brad still can't say anything. He points at his throat.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that.
You can see we've...
Fuck! Just wanted to finish the questions, so, yeah. Go ahead.
You can see we've labeled the tubes. And tonight, Thanksgiving Eve, we're going to replace humanity. And you three will witness the birth of the planet of the Gibbies.
That's crazy. You can't replace humans with Gibbies. Who are the best and brightest you've Gibbified so far?
Chuck wipes off the goo on one pod, and we see the name Bam Margera.
This tracks.
I'm wiping away a tear. They really did get our best and brightest. This plan makes so much sense.
Ray walks over to another pod and wipes the goo off the nameplate. We see the name Charlton Heston.
Yes, even dead celebrities. We're ready to remake the world in the image of Gibby, and nothing can stop us.
Nothing?
Well, there is the all-Gibby electronic kill switch located somewhere in this building. That would kill any Gibby who receives the signal, which is all of them. But you'll never find it! The only way you could get into that room is if you had a Gibby with you, and there's no way you can get a Gibby to go with you. Especially not with my Gibby robot security force on the way. These Gibbies can't flip the master kill switch, which I am telling you about to show you how powerless you truly are. A patented Gibby gloat.
That's good.
We see row after row of jackbooted Gibby robots marching / inching / oozing / rolling through their slime trails, advancing toward our heroes. Menace and musk radiate from their confusing, slimy bodies.
A gal.
I agree. All Gibbies are bangable.
And so, with Funbearable finally captured, our master plan can...
Suddenly, Alpha Gibby gets assaulted from above. A pillow has fallen on Gibby from way above, but not just any pillow. Suzuki Miyata! She and Alpha Gibby roll around on the ground. Brad mutely tries to help his pillow wife in this surprisingly competitive fight. The Gib bots start to help their boss, then pause, confused. Is it a fight? Is he trying to sleep? Is that Alpha Gibby's erection or just a lump of mashed potato? Chuck and Ray take advantage of the distraction to unlock 2 Gibby pods. Unsurprisingly, they are the pods of Gibbies we've already met. Unsure of which direction to go, Chuck and Charlton Heston go one way, Ray and Bam Margera go the other.
That's good.
Thank you. They have to find the all-Gibby kill switch. What an inconvenient device for the Gibbies, but a convenient device for the story.
The AGKS.
The men run, and the Gibbies locomote in their unique way through the halls, eager to get away from the Gibby security force.
Real quick thing. Can they walk like Colin Farrell in The Penguin? With that weird limp? You know what I mean?
We're not sure how they move.
Yeah.
Eventually, we focus on Chuck and Charlton Heston, stopping to catch their breath. Do Gibbies breathe? Their physiology is very confusing.
Okay. I think we can rest here.
That was a close shave, my bespectacled friend.
Whoa. You sound just like Charlton Heston and not Gibbified at all. There's no warble in your voice or anything.
Oh, can you imagine how a warbly Charlton Heston voice would sound? Get your hands off of me, you damn dirty human.
Whoa. If you keep talking to me like that, we're going to have to bang.
That would be lovely. I must warn you, though. I don't know which of my holes are for sex and which are for... everything else, really.
That's never stopped me before.
Meanwhile, in another part of the facility, Ray and Bam Margera are at a computer terminal trying to find a map.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right.
Just picturing it, and it's really getting to me.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the question of, which... This is a mean joke.
It's all right.
The Gibby Margera
Yeah.
and the real Bam Margera. If you put a picture next, put them in, which one are you like? Oh, he's really struggling, huh? You know. All right. You think you could find the kill switch? We're totally going to slime Apron Phil. That's not what I need you to do. We need to find the kill switch. I can't live on a planet of the Gibbies. That's too many ghouls.
I'm going to drive my Lambo underwater.
What's going on? It's like there are only a few things you, Bam Margera, can say in your classic Bam Margera voice.
Yeah, whatever the fuck I want.
Enraged and frustrated, Ray kills Gibby Bam Margera.
Well, I'm never going to find the kill switch now. You know what, though? It was worth it. Unless I can find another Gibby, we're doomed. Well, I did my best.
Losers whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Oh, so we're really doing this, huh?
Meanwhile, Chuck and Charlton Heston are having better luck.
After an orgasm that earth-shaking, I would normally have a cigarette. A Winston, unfiltered. But I'm not sure if I have lungs or gills or just photosynthesized, so I'll have to hold off for now.
Wow, I am spent. Were those boobs I was fondling, or...?
Honestly, those may have been my kidneys. Maybe my calves. I'm not sure. Shall we continue trying to find the Gibby kill switch?
Sounds like a plan, Charlton Heston.
Back to Ray. He is surrounded by a pile of Gibby corpses. Gibby Sean Connery, Gibby Jason Statham, Gibby Christopher Walken, Gibby William Shatner, Gibby Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Gibby Gilbert Gottfried.
Gibby Gilbert Gottfried. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Gibby Gilbert Gottfried.
Just all the Gibbies with easily imitated speech patterns and one or two phrases someone could try and imitate. Dead, dead, dead.
Yeah, it's like a middle school playground from the 90s.
Yes.
I think someone has to call out which Gibby I am before I do the voice, though.
Okay.
Because the other one, I don't know if good people understood was Sean
Okay.
Connery.
Listen, Gibby Pee Wee Herman, just tell me where the control room is.
Ray rages and kills Gibby PW. The door opens again.
Oh no, I can't keep doing this. Can you please tell me where the Gibby control room is? Oh God. Gibby Mr. Bean? Gibby. Okay, I can work with this. All right, lead the way, Gibby Mr. Bean, or shall I say, Mr. Gib Bean.
Ray laughs hysterically at his own joke and follows Gibby Mr. Bean out of the room. We cut back to the fight between Suzuki Miyata and Alpha Gibby. AG is limping.
How do we Foley that? How do we Foley wet mush hitting pillow? There isn't a Foley artist in Hollywood that could do that.
And be like, all right, I guess we'll dump some applesauce on a pillow.
No, that's more smacky.
We're just in a room with pillows and like slimes and gravies.
Yeah.
We're like, let's get to work.
Let's try it. Let's
There's
try
all
it.
microphones everywhere. Yeah.
All right. So far, what we found is the most realistic is a Ziploc bag of loose Jello hitting a Tempur-Pedic pillow.
AG is limping / sliding / oozing / seeping out of the room. Brad holds his wife's dying body, which is somehow shredded despite the confusing surface of Gibby. Tears stream down Brad's face as he tries to speak to comfort his wife's final moments. He leans in close to hear her final words. She takes her final breath, and Brad lets out a wordless scream of rage, terror, and fury, and grief sent soundlessly into the world. Chuck will let us know what that sounded like. Fueled by rage and a lust for vengeance, Brad sets off after Alpha Gibby. Meanwhile, Chuck and Gibby Heston have met up with Ray and Mr. Gib Bean outside a door that reads, Gibby Control Room, all Gibby kill switch located inside.
You're okay. I was so worried, Chuck.
We got delayed because of the layout of this building. Were you with Gibby Bear Margera when you left?
Yeah, he got spooked by a snake because he's famously that it happened to him. So I'm just damn glad to see you both are okay. Good point. Gibby Heston, why does your breath smell like Chuck's desk?
I can't lie anymore. We knew the layout of the building. It took us long to get here because I banged Gibby Charlton Heston. Or he banged me? I'm not sure. There was just a lot going on.
I think it was the latter. I can't lie anymore either. I killed Gibby Margera.
No! Who will give his Nobel Prize acceptance speech now?
Would you pansies get yourselves together? People fuck, okay? People die. That's part of life. That's what makes life living. In fact, that's what makes life worth living, I think it would be. No, see, this is the problem with Hollywood screenwriters. My favorite thing about living, which I will continue to do for a long time, is
Gibby Heston's explodes. Gibby Heston's head explodes as a bullet rips through it. Chuck and Ray look at Gib Bean, who is holding a gun and trying to maintain that it was all a misunderstanding, and his gun couldn't possibly have blown up Gibby Heston. The facial expressions are out of this world. British people everywhere are hailing it as the height of physical comedy.
Accidental discharge. At least we still have the one Gibby we need to shut off the...
Gib Bean's head blows up as well. He inadvertently shot himself. Well, it was a good run for humanity. A fair run. A run. Chuck and Ray look down the hall and see Alpha Gibby is advancing toward them, holding a smoking gun. Not far behind him, we see a troop of Gibbots advancing. Chuck and Ray yank open the door and dive inside and try to pile things in front of the door. Shockingly, the use of a box of tissues in Chuck's wallet doesn't get it done, and Alpha Gibby enters, still holding his gun.
Finally, I can put an end to this scourge once and for all. Any final words, my stinky little skunklings?
I love my wife and child very, very much.
Ray's delivery on that line was perfect, incredibly natural.
Oh, thank you. It's the easiest scripted line I've ever had to say because I mean it in real life.
No talking to the narrator.
In fact, I love them almost as much as I love Applebee's Sunday brunches.
I would like to deliver my final words as well, if that's okay with you. Ray, if you're finally done going on and on about how much you love your little family, about how...
I wasn't going on and on. I said one thing about my family.
This is how you always are, hogging all the airtime so people don't get to hear my genius thoughts about how penguins are fish.
They're birds.
You're a bird.
Chuck shoves Ray. Ray shoves Chuck's back. The two grown adult men engage in a slap fight. Alpha Gibby can't decide whom to shoot first and starts to panic. Finally, he fires into the ceiling.
We have cartoon guns.
Quiet, you numbskulls!
But I didn't get my last words.
Fine, go ahead.
I have but one thing to say. Please shoot Ray first. Thank you.
Hey!
Alpha Gibby raises his gun, aiming it at Ray. Chuck smiles a relieved smile. When, suddenly but unsurprisingly, Alpha Gibby is tackled by Brad.
Phew.
The gun goes off. Neither Ray nor Chuck gets ventilated. Ray takes advantage of the confusion to press the all-Gibby kill switch. Nothing happens. Chuck drops an elbow on it. No dice. This would have been the perfect opportunity to kill all the Gibbies. Across the room, Brad, full of rage at the death of his pillow wife, soundly beats Alpha Gibby to a pulp. Fist after fist of fury smashes into AG's gross face. Alpha Gibby can't fight back, can't defend himself. Brad reaches for Alpha Gibby's gun.
Brad, don't do it.
We need a Gibby alive to trigger the kill switch to turn off all the Gibbies.
Brad, look into your heart.
Brad, still shaking and quaking with rage, stares at Alpha Gibby, the bloody, beaten mess of a creature. Okay. I forgive you. Chuck and Ray are relieved. But my pillow wife don't. Alpha Gibby is dead. With the Gibbots approaching, there is no time to free another celebrity Gibby to press the switch. Brad lunges for the all-Gibby kill switch and slaps it. Nothing. The Gibbots march/tread/ooze/seep into the room. A few shots from the Gibbots force Brad back to Chuck and Ray. The guns are pointed at the trio. Brad, realizing his anger has doomed them all, stands up next to his friends to face their ultimate end. The three hold hands, ready to Thelma and Louise their way to the next world.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is it. The dark 30 seconds of the soul.
Oh, it's like that scene in one of the Toy Story sequels where everybody's like, "Whoa, are we doing this?
Yeah.
Are we doing Buzz and Woody do the Holocaust?"
Yeah.
I love you guys.
I love you guys too.
I love me and also you guys too.
As the Gibbots advance, the boys take an involuntary step back. The end of humanity. Even worse, the end of Funbearable. As the trio continues to inch backwards, they slip on Grovey or Steffing or something Thanksgiving-y.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All three of our heroes lose their balance. They flail, falling backwards toward the control panel. In slow motion, we see one hand from each of them striking the Gibby kill switch at the same time. To our surprise, the button moves. The panel lights up. Kill sequence initiated can be heard and seen all over the place. The Gibbots turn on each other, carnage. Metal and mucus explode in sparks and splooshes. The three soft boys all hide behind each other, breaking the laws of physical science, but manage to avoid any damage. When the shooting stops, they stand up. Are you guys okay?
I think so. I mean, I still can't sleep at night because I'm obsessed with the concept of death, but...
Checking my hair and my camera. I can't be alone with my thoughts, so I have to fill every vacant second with noise about the just least important stuff.
And I can't stop self-sabotaging.
Back to normal. We survived.
And I only shit my pants twice.
Is Suzuki...
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy.
Why didn't she just stay at the hotel? Then she would have been safe.
Well, if she had stayed, we wouldn't have gotten free. And if we hadn't gotten free, we wouldn't have ended the infestation of Gibbies around the globe.
Yeah, we saved the world. I can only imagine what it's like out there now that all the Gibbies have been deactivated.
There's a quick montage of planes with Gibby pilots crashing. Cars with Gibby drivers running off the roads. Trash piling up between Gibby sanitation workers have expired. A PA knocks on a door with a star on it and says, "Mr. Lucas, are you okay in there?" Then opens the door and screams. The Gibbies are dead and the world is in chaos.
I knew it would end this way.
The trio walks out of the Gib building and onto the streets of Washington, D.C. There are fires raging and looters running around. It's a mess. The guys ignore it. As Thanksgiving-appropriate music plays, the boys walk into the Department of Internet building. The Gibby receptionist is slumped over, offal and viscera and excrement surrounding it. Chuck grabs a key card from the desk.
Don't mind if I do.
He walks to a computer and sits down. He clicks and clacks at the keyboard and is confused, frustrated. Ray walks out of a bathroom, tossing his loaded diaper toward a trash can. It misses. He sees Chuck's confusion. He sees Chuck's confusion and walks over to help. One glance at the screen.
Oh, hey, this is Unix. I know this.
That's a great
Thank you.
reference.
The screen reads.
What is the reference, though? I'm lost on that.
It's like
one.
the dumbest thing in Jurassic Park is that Lex goes over and she goes, "This is Unix. I know this," and that's how they shut off
I'm so
all
sorry.
the gates.
I missed the ref. Okay, that's really fun. I like that.
It's kind of a deep cut.
Bravo. That's great.
The screen reads State and Manor Internet, and with a simple on-off choice, Ray clicks on and gets a signal restored message. Chuck looks relieved, and the three friends walk out into the DC evening.
We did it, guys. We destroyed all the Gibbies. Hey, I got a message from that hot waitress from earlier. It says her name is Natalie. Let me send her a quick text. Hey, girl, what that ass do? Sent. Wow, a Thanksgiving miracle. I love you guys. Where do you want to celebrate?
I mean, my first choice is obviously Applebee. No. Wait, hang on. Hang on just a second. I don't need to celebrate every milestone in my life at Applebee's. I've learned I can eat good anywhere, as long as my friends are with me. So, canonically, my favorite restaurant is no longer Applebee's, and we can put that joke to rest. Happy Thanksgiving, older than me chums.
Happy Thanksgiving to us all, everyone.
I don't think that's going to stick.
Yeah. The guys are content.
Hey, maybe when we get home, we can record a few episodes of the podcast about this. Everything from our autumn walk around Warren a few years ago to the Gibbadelphia incident last year to this trip to D.C.
We can tell the world the truth about Gibby. The three pals pause, then Ray finally speaks.
But who would ever believe us?
Oh, they laugh and laugh and laugh. As their laughter echoes, we get another montage of people emerging from their homes. Shots of a child getting on a school bus waving to her parents. A man in a train conductor's uniform throws a Gibby corpse off the train and waves commuters on board. A flower breaks through a small crack in the Staten Island sidewalk next to a discarded spicy chicken sandwich wrapper. Craig DePina drops trow and absolutely sandblasts diarrhea on Chuck's front door. This is the new normal.
Craig DePina is our editor, and he's a great guy.
We see the boys sitting down together for Thanksgiving dinner at the Lincoln Memorial, surrounded by their loved ones, all enjoying their time together. Brad feeds Rosie a small piece of turkey. Applebee's Natalie is pointing out gravy on Chuck's face, and he's pretending not to realize it's there. Ray offers a spoonful of mashed potatoes to the giant Lincoln statue, and everyone laughs.
That's a Ray joke if I ever heard one.
The very idea.
We pan away from them and up into the night sky. The credits start to roll. All the important names are mentioned. Brad, Chuck, Ray, Craig, George Lucas as himself. Amazing. But then the credits end, and we get a scene after the credits. It's back in State and Manor. The camera goes from the living room through the kitchen. The shot goes down the spooky basement stairs and around a pile of Halloween decorations. Hey, is that a teenage girl in a cage in the background? No, pan quick. There, on the floor, we see a disgusting pile of grayish, gravyish, mucusy flesh. A head pops up. Gobble. The end.
Oh.
That was great.
And you said it right here at the end. It said the one that did the gobble is the Omega Gib.
Yeah.
I love this.
Funbearable.